Adacia Avery Chambers, the driver charged in the deadly Oklahoma State University homecoming parade crash, accepted a plea agreement Tuesday and was sentenced to life in prison plus 10 additional years. During the plea hearing, Chambers apologized to victims, saying, There are not words to express how sorry I am. If only I could change the past." She also told the judge she was entering a plea because she didn't want to put the families of the victims through any more pain. Chambers' highly anticipated trial had been set to begin Tuesday with jury selection. Instead, the murder case was resolved with attorneys telling a Payne County judge that a plea deal had been reached.
Immediately interested in trying to resolve this in lieu of trial. You have to understand that she's been in custody now for some 15 months. And what's important to know about that 15 months of being incarcerated, she has been on a constant regimen of well-controlled, balanced medications that have her stable. She's able to think for herself, and as such, the law puts her in a position where she can give me direction as to what she wants to do with this case. So from the very moment that it was being entertained of a plea offer, Ms. Chambers showed immediate interest, and it wasn't long thereafter she even took it a step further and made it abundantly clear to us that she did not want to go to trial. Her exact words were, "This is painful, this hurts, I feel so sorry for them." And at one point in time, she leaned over to me and her exact words were, "This is why I didn't want to go to trial. I don't want to put the family and the victims through this." She said, "I don't want to do this." And if there was a way that today could have happened without having the victims read those statements, Ms. Chambers would have gone for it. That was what she wanted. And that was exactly what we were getting from her. She said, "This is painful." She said, "Do they have to do that?" I mean, her heart was just pouring out. And I told her to the best I could to hold herself together. I said, "You got to hold yourself together." But she wasn't doing well at all. And I know that there are a lot of people that could care less, but she's extremely remorseful at this point in time in her life. I think that she, too, is at a lowest point emotionally.
I want to say to you, this case is not about mental illness, because you're going to go downstairs and that's what you're going to hear. It's offensive to equate criminal defendants and their actions with the mentally ill. Most mentally ill people don't commit crimes, just like most people don't commit crimes. So I find it really offensive to equate mentally ill people with criminal acts and use that as a defense or an excuse. She was not insane at the time she did this. She knew the difference between right and wrong. She saw the barricades. She saw the motorcycle. She saw the people. And keep in mind, Dr. Stone's face remained within inches of hers for the entire way through the intersection. She cried for herself when she read her statement to the court. She shed not a tear for one victim through all the other impact statements, which most people had a very difficult time getting through, not her.
He told me what her wishes were, and my concern was she, competent enough to be able to make that decision? Was she getting the right choices? And I was satisfied today when the judge asked her all the questions and made sure she was doing what she wanted to do. And she got me a message that this is what she wanted, and that she would hope that I would go along with it for her. So at that point, I realized that if this is what she wants and this is how she wants to deal with it, then I'm going to back her up on it. And I really didn't see no other way to go other than just my concern is to make sure that the question you asked about the going on to the Department of Corrections, if she was going to get help, that's a concern for me. I hope that they continue getting her medication and taking care of her.